Automatically create invoice in Lexoffice from Microsoft Excel. So assume that you have the data of invoices and customers in your Excel sheet, and with that data you want to automatically create invoice in Lexoffice software, which is an accounting and invoicing software. Now to automate this process, you'll have to build a connection in these two applications, and once you will build this connection, what will happen, every time you add the invoice and customer details here, the invoice will be created automatically in Lexoffice. And in place of Lexoffice accounting software, you can also generate the invoices automatically into the Xero accounting software or Zoho invoices or into the QuickBooks accounting software as well. Want to learn how you can create this automation? Then come with me and I will show you everything step by step. So this is my Excel sheet, and to automate the process of invoice creation in Lexoffice, I'll have to integrate these two applications, which I am going to do with the help of Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing integration and automation software. I am an existing user, so I am already logged in. You can also create your free account in Pabbly Connect in just 2 minutes from this sign up free button, and in the free account you will also get free tasks to test these kinds of amazing automation. Now, once you will reach to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, firstly click on this blue button, that is create workflow, and then provide a random name to your workflow, to your automation. I have provided the name as automatically create invoice in Lexoffice from Microsoft Excel. Now simply click on create, and after that you will notice 2 boxes. So these boxes are called as trigger and action, and here the trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So whenever this happens, then automatically do this. Understand with an example also. Let's say whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application to your customer. Okay, so this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation. So according to our use case, whenever the invoices or the customers data added in Microsoft Excel application, then using that data automatically generate the invoices into one of your accounting software like Lexoffice. Okay, in place of Lexoffice, you can also create the same invoices into other accounting software. For that, you will have to select your favorite application here in place of Lexoffice. Okay, so I have selected both the applications in this trigger and the action window. Okay, and now the idea here is I am going to connect both the applications one by one with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, so firstly we will select the trigger event, that is new row in worksheet. Yes, I want that whenever any new row is added, basically whenever any data is added into the new row, this automation should trigger, or we can say that the data of the invoices should be captured via Pabbly Connect. Okay, so simply click on connect, click on add new connection, click on connect with the Microsoft Excel, and then you will have to provide the access of your Excel account. Okay, well, I am already logged in into some different tab. Okay, so instead of asking me the access, you will notice it will ask me for the permission directly. Alright, so I am providing the permission by clicking on accept button, and this is how the authorization will be successful, and my Microsoft Excel account will be immediately connected with the Pabbly Connect. And because we are connected, here you can notice whatever the workbooks I have into my Excel account have started visible here in the drop down. Okay, so I'm going to select which specific workbook, basically this all invoices data. Okay, so coming to Pabbly Connect dashboard, and let me search for the same spreadsheet, same Excel sheet, that is all invoices data. Okay, I have selected the same, and in the worksheet, because I have a single sheet, so you will notice that the same sheet will be selected automatically. Okay, now as soon as I click on this button, you will notice that the same row data will be captured via Pabbly Connect. Okay, waiting for the response. Here you can notice all the responses of that Excel row has been captured. Let me even show you the details one by one. Okay, so here we have the title of that invoice, that is invoice for earphones. Let me show you the same invoice for earphones. Okay, so here we have the customer email as demo@gmail.com, first name as demo, last name as user. Well, this is just a dummy data, and I'm going to create the invoice with dummy data only, because here I'm just showing you how invoice creation process can be automated. Okay, so I am not working on the real data. Okay, so this is the first name demo, last name user, line item name is JCL earphones. Okay, let me show you the same. Here you can notice the same email address, the same first name as demo, the last name as user. Here we have the unit name and we have all other details, basically line item name. We even have the pricing, that is 12.99. let me show you. This currency should be in euro. Okay, so I have added the same. How about I click on this button once again so that I can capture that updated data once again here. So you can notice that the updated currency has been fetched up. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in between our Excel sheet and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. Okay, so now onwards what will happen, every time you and your team will add any other invoice details, the customer details, the data of that invoice will be captured via Pabbly Connect in every 8 hours. Why 8 hours? Because this trigger will check for the new data in 8 hours. Okay, basically the trigger here is the polling base, which is going to fetch the data in every 8 hours. But don't worry about that, your data will be fetched up automatically here. Okay, so the first step of our automation is done, and now we were about to create an invoice. But before I create invoice in Lexoffice, I'll have to make sure that this particular customer should be available already into my Lexoffice dashboard. Okay, so instead of selecting the action event as create an invoice, firstly I'm going to create a contact for this customer, and then I'm going to create invoice for this customer. Okay, so just like we have connected Excel and Pabbly Connect, now we are going to connect Lexoffice with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, so for the connection it is asking for the token. Okay, so you can visit this particular documentation link. Okay, and from here exactly you can generate your API key, basically the token. Okay, well this is visible into the German language. Okay, so you can even convert this page into the English. Okay, so this is the button. Okay, so how about I firstly convert it? Well, the option is not visible here, don't worry, I will show you how you can do that. Click on that button and this is how the token will be generated. Okay, clicking on this done. All right, coming back to Pabbly Connect dashboard and pasting the same, clicking on save, and this is how Lexoffice accounting software will be also connected with the Pabbly Connect. And now you can notice that it is asking me several details which are actually required for creating a contact. Okay, so instead of providing the data in all the fields, I am going to provide the data only into the important fields which are actually required for creating a contact. Okay, and here you can notice it is asking the contact type in two different formats, the contact type company and contact type person. Okay, so I am going to create a person. Okay, so let me provide the details one by one. So I am leaving this company name field blank, the tax number field blank. Okay, so how about I directly provide the value starting from here, that is contact type person. Okay, so this is the salutation, again leaving this blank, asking for the first name. Now the interesting thing is I don't need to manually copy the above data which we have captured from Excel sheet and paste it here. We are going to map this data. Okay, and mapping is very simple inside Pabbly Connect. You just need to click on this field and you will find the above data here in the drop down, and this is how you can select your preferred data. Okay, so it is asking for the first name, let me add the same, and this is how the value has been mapped. Asking for the last name, again searching for the same, and I have mapped the last name as well successfully. Okay, now you must be thinking that what is this mapping which I am repeating again and again. Okay, so whatever the details I am mapping here, these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time or in next time. Yes, okay, and whatever the details I am providing here manually, these details will remain same. Okay, so this was the field all about roles. Okay, so if you are creating a customer role, then you'll have to add this value. If you are creating vendor, you'll have to add this, and if you are creating both, then you will have to paste the same thing. Okay, so because I am creating a because I'm creating this customer role, so I have copied this value and pasted here, and this is going to be same for every single entry, all the invoice details. Okay, because I have specifically provided this value manually. Okay, let's move further, and it is asking for several other details. So how about I provide the billing street address? Okay, so again I'm going to map this data. This is the address, and let me map other details also one by one, like the email address. Okay, so where is the email address field? All right, so here we have the email address field. Let me directly search for the same with the help of @. So I think I have provided all the important details like the email, first name, last name, which are actually required for creating our contact. How about I click on this button, and then I will check whether the contact has been created automatically into my Lexoffice account or not. Okay, so let me translate this page into English language. Okay, alright, so it is not getting changed. How about I come back here and visit the contact section from this particular section? Okay, well, again it is available into the German language only. I'm trying this one more time. Alright, so there are no contacts available inside my Lexoffice account. Now I will click on this button in front of you, and then I will wait for the response to receive. Okay, now why it is not taking this value? I'll have to check. Well, everything is perfect. Okay, so how about I try to click on this button once again? Alright, so that was an internet issue. Don't worry, I have clicked on that button once again, and once the response will be received, which means the contact has been created. Okay, so let me refresh my contact section of Lexoffice and check whether the contact is created or not. And here you can notice the same person, the demo user, has been created. Here we have the ID of the customer, the address, and the email address. Okay, now we can easily create the invoice for this customer. Okay, so you just need to click on this plus icon and search for the Lexoffice application once again. Okay, so let me do the same, that is Lexoffice. Okay, and we are going to connect it once again with the Pabbly Connect in the same way, but this time the action event will be this create an invoice. Okay, clicking on that button, clicking on existing connection. Yes, currently I can also go with the existing connection because I have already built this connection earlier. Here you can notice that Lexoffice is connected with the Pabbly Connect. Now again it is asking for several details which are required for creating an invoice. Okay, you can notice it is asking lot of details, but don't worry about that. We already have captured the whole invoice related data into our Excel sheet, basically from Excel sheet into our Pabbly Connect dashboard. Okay, so we just need to map the details one by from our previous Excel sheet data. Okay, let me show you. We have the Excel sheet data here. Okay, so as I have already told you that how mapping can be performed, click on this field and you will find the data here in the drop down. Okay, asking for the title. Okay, so this is the invoice title, that is invoice for earphones. Again, for every single invoice details or for every single customer, the invoice title will be replaced automatically, and this is how this automation is going to take place, and the invoices will be generated automatically, and that is why mapping plays a major role inside this automation. Okay, so this is how I am going to add the values one by one. Asking for the quantity, so here we have 1 as the quantity. The unit name is this. All right, where is that unit name? Alright, I have mapped it. Asking for the currency, so here we have the currency as euro. Asking for the net amount, and we have the amount as 1299. Asking for the gross amount. Okay, so again I'm going to map the same value. Asking for the tax percentage, well, as far as I remember it is 0. Okay, so I'm going to map 0 in both the cases. Basically whatever the value we have added into our Excel sheet, I am going to map the exact value. Again, these fields are not mandatory. Now this is something important, address contact ID. Okay, so remember we have just created a contact. Okay, so from that particular steps response we can actually map the contact ID address. Okay, let me show you. This was the step, that is create contacts. Let me show you the response of this step. Okay, alright, so did you notice that ID? We are going to map this specific ID there. Okay, let me show you. Alright, so I am mapping the contact ID, and in this way what will happen, that invoice will be associated automatically with this particular contact with that demo user. Okay, asking for the language, how about I provide this value manually, voucher date and total price currency. So let me search for the same, that is voucher date. Here we have the date. Asking for the price currency, well again it is going to be euro only. Alright, so I have mapped it. Asking for the task, not a task, I'm really sorry, it should be tax type. Okay, well the tax type should be gross. Okay, so this is how I am going to map all the details. Okay, it should be 1, I'm sorry, I have mapped the row index value. Where is the payment term label? I'll have to check, I think it should be COD. Okay, asking for the discount range, well again it is going to be 0. Alright, so I have mapped all the important details. The last and not the least important thing is this shipping date. Okay, so how about I click on this button, but before that I'm going to open the invoice section of Lexoffice so that I can show you how many invoices are already available in this specific dashboard. Okay, so let me first translate this. So this is the all invoices, all receipts section. Firstly, I'll click on this button in front of you, and then I will show you this section once the response will be received here. Okay, so I'll have to check whether this response is positive. Okay, and it is saying that payment condition, payment term duration should not be null. Okay, so I'll have to check whether I have skipped any important detail. Yes, payment term duration is important. Okay, so how about I add this value manually, at least for now. Okay, so I think every detail is completed now. Once again clicking on this button. Okay, so let us check the response once again, and this time it is showing that the invoice has been created. Let me refresh this dashboard. And you can notice that the same invoice with the same customer name is created automatically into Lexoffice. Okay, so here we have the name of the customer. Let me open this invoice. You can notice we have the number, we have the document date, we have the amount in euro. Okay, click on more, and if I'll click on this maximize section, you will be able to notice the whole invoice. Okay, so you can notice here we have the product description, the quantity, the unit, the price, the amount, and every other details, the invoice number, customer number, date, performance date, customer name, the address, every detail. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in between Pabbly Connect and Lexoffice accounting software is also working absolutely fine. Okay, so this is how every time you and your team will add the new customer details here into the Excel sheet along with all the invoices details, using that data, the invoices will be created automatically into your favorite accounting software. In this particular case, I have created the invoices using Lexoffice accounting software. You can create the same invoices in other accounting software as well. And just in case if you want to access this 3-step automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach the link of this workflow, this automation, into the description box. You just need to click on this link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access the same workflow inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. And in order to automate this process, you need to create this automation inside Pabbly Connect just once. After that, you can sit back and relax because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually. Not just these applications, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. My team will surely answer to your questions. This is the website of Pabbly Connect, and for the latest updates of Pabbly Connect and unique automation ideas, you can join our Facebook group, that is formget.deals. If you have found this video helpful in any way, share it with your friends and colleagues and also help them to automate their business. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.